My name is G.A. Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Hey, I can make that joke, I have it. Let's go to... Oh, right, standard, of course. 15? Sure. Defect? Absolutely. Alright, I'll give this one another try. Sorry, just trying to get my chair into the right position so I don't feel uncomfy. It's probably upgrade a card here, right? Oh, yup. Get that early zap. Okay, so what's our path? Rest, elite, rest. Reward, rest, question mark, space, elite. I mean, early shop as well, so I can look at a lot of the cards for this character, so I can kind of get a feel for the archetypes that are possible. 50-50, this goes well for us. I should never take any chances in this game. I should always just go with exclusively guaranteed results, because chance doesn't seem to be my friends. I don't want to take any of these before I... Do I? I could take Barrage as just a damage dealer. Yeah. I'll take Barrage as a damage dealer purely due to the fact that I already have the Zap upgraded. Yes! That's very, very, very good, actually. Lets me full defend this turn. Yes, because the Zap is already upgraded, it's much easier for me to get 2 orbs up, and then the Barrage is already better than a Strike. Okay. Charge Beam. Deals 7 damage next turn, draw an additional card. Okay, I have seen this one before. Randomly generated by something else. 10, draw 1 card next turn. So it's like Charge Battery, but damage instead. It's way too little damage and way too few cards, even when upgraded to even consider, though. Hex, 3 vulnerable, 3 lock on. This is really good, because not many... Literally 1 card in the base game actually provides lock on. It always felt like that was, like, missing from the defect. So, 3 vulnerable, 3 lock on, evoke your next orb, upgrades to be 1. Well, 1 to apply 3 vulnerable. It's not great. But evoking your next orb and applying 3 lock on. Yeah, so that's good, but I just don't have a build for it yet. Oh. Orb Shield. Gain 4 block for each unique orb you have. Oh, okay. So it's not just like a defensive barrage. Also, you have, for each unique orb you have, for each channeled orb. It's a little bit of an inconsistency. It could just say, like, gain 4 block for each unique channeled orb. Orb Boomerang does an additional effect based on your next orb. It's also worth noting that typically when the game refers to orb, doesn't it say rightmost? Yeah, rightmost orb. I think I just take the FTL. I actually don't think I want anything here. Maybe Orb Boomerang. Yeah, you know what? I'll take the FTL and Orb Boomerang. Add a little bit of damage to that. Let's see what it does. Okay, so trigger the passive ability of your next orb is what it does for a lightning orb. Oh, wait, what? Does an additional effect based on your next orb. So trigger the passive ability of this one. So it doesn't just trigger the passive ability of each of the orbs, I have to imagine. Otherwise, it would just say deal damage and trigger the passive ability of your next orb. I mean, Creative AI offered this early. Upgrade in 2 spaces time. Enhanced Actuators. Gain 1 strength for every 2 orb slots. Huh. How many? Oh, what? That's crazy for a Barrage deck. I was about to say, how many decks want large amounts of orb slots and strength? Barrage. Barrage wants exactly that. Big actuators equal big gains? So just look at those ICs. Get that creative AI upgraded. Ooh, baby. Just gotta make sure that I get it out before the enemy wakes up. And that's out. Start playing the powers from it as well. Electrodynamics. Perfect. Alright. Oh my god, capacitor. Thank you for the strength. I really want to use Barrage this turn. I was about to not do it as well. I was going to say I really want to use Barrage this turn, but I can't do it, so blah, 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 blah. But no. I'm just going to do it. So 15, 12, 12, 16, 28. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm adding until the very end. Yeah, that's not lethal. Sweet. It was whether or not I could use dual casts in any way that would provide lethal opportunities. I think I'll be taking my blue candle now. Unplayable cards can now be played, as well as... Yeah, I'll take a cold snap. Just helps me fill out my slots for the sake of the barrage. None of these upgrade effectively except for dual cast, right? You get a little bit more damage. Like, all of them just get more damage or block by a very small amount. Barrage is probably the most impactful, but even then. Dual cast is the best upgrade, but I really think I need to rest here. We're in Ascension 15, right? I can't just treat this like we're fine all the time. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, draw an additional card next turn. And now, I think I need to read 3 times before the Art of War gets the effect that it previously had. Because it was very powerful. And I believe, actually, the mod creator had commented that, yeah, it's actually way too powerful right now. But it doesn't say it's a free action anymore, so I actually assume that's not a free action. It isn't. That's okay, I'll do it. I'm fine with it. Upgrade that dual cast. This is going to be an interesting deck. Well, at the very least, if I live long enough to make it so. Because we are doing these in Ascension 15 so that they have, you know, a little bit of difficulty in them. Rather than being kind of cakewalky. All lightning there. Generating all these orbs. Oof. Alright, let's attack potion here. Shock kick. Deal 8 damage, gain 2 focus. At the end of this turn, lose 2 focus. At the end of the turn. So I'm assuming, because your orbs trigger at the end of your turn. I'm assuming this happens after your orbs trigger. It has to be. It has to be. There's no way it's not. That said, I want the Core Surge here. I want the Core Surge because the enemy making me vulnerable is a way for them to deal a pretty ridiculous amount of damage to us, and I'd really like not to have that happen. Oh, it's Zap, Ball Lightning, Dual Cast, and then Double Strike. Get that lethal. Fetid Barrel. Whenever you exhaust a card, add 1 poison to all enemies. Well, at the very least, suddenly the Ascender's Bane is doing something for me. Put Rainbow in the deck as well, sure. Now we've got a lot of unique orbs in here as well. Ooh, that's a lot of damage incoming. Woo, that's not good. All right, let's Power Potion. We found Electrodynamics, which is exactly what we were looking for there. I also would have taken anything defensive. Orb Shield. Well, now that's much more useful for us because we have the Rainbow. But... Ooh! What? It doesn't upgrade its block. It upgrades its cost to 0? That's so good. I was expecting it was just going to be 6 block, but... Like, if you have 2 separate or... I want that, but I want charge battery more. Playing a defensive turn is actually way more powerful now that we have the Art of War. So defensive turn, this gives us an extra energy next turn, and if I play it alongside other skills, I get an extra energy. And I'm also going to have something to spend that energy on, because creative AI is always giving me powers. I'm gonna read the ever-loving hell out of this book. Gain 1 strength for every 2 orb slots. Actuators? Do you wanna tell me what's going on here? Yeah, unfortunately it's really important that I have frost out. Go exhaust 2 cards. Take that 3 damage. And now I have the extra energy for this turn. Thank you, Art of War, from last turn. I guess I play heat sinks, but I'm not happy about it. Alright, let's see what this does. Deal 6 damage against its block. Alright. I want to see what it does with the Dark Orb as well, but it's a question for a later date. Or is it? I'm going to leave that Dark Orb there until I can see what it does. Sharp Orbs. Gain 1 orb slot at the end of your turn. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy for each channeled orb. Okay, so I didn't even know this was going to give me an orb slot. Happy about that. Orb Boomerang also does 3 poison to all enemies. Oh. Okay. Ow. It's getting pretty hard for the old Rhapsody over here. Could have done more damage that turn. Dual cast first. Whoops. Definitely playing Bias Ignition. Are you kidding me? In fact, it's lethal. Justifying my upgrade before that boss. Buffer, Core Surge, Reboots. Do any of those necessarily instantly synergize? No. Well, Buffer does, kind of, right? Because you play it and you get the extra energy next turn, so it actually just sets you up pretty well. That's a big relic. Big berry. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 22. So that's... Wait, what? 7, 10, 14... 7 to 10, 3, 10 to 14, 4, 5 past... Okay, so it doesn't follow like a pattern or anything like that I can see at the very least. But this is like Mango, which is a rare relic, plus the... Plus Strawberry, right? Mango, 14, Strawberry, 7, so it's this plus 1. 22 is a lot of max HP. There are some characters that would go wild for that. Not this one, in this circumstance, but some. Coffee Dripper. That's it's a little bit harder for me to take, but I do desperately want the extra energy. 2, 2, 2. Down here, draw. Although that doesn't really necessarily matter. Generates an extra card for us every single turn. Like, extra energy is really good. I probably want to focus primarily on defensive cards from now on out. So I should actually probably hit this early shot, literally just looking for a powerful defensive card. Reinforced Body. My life for a reinforced body. It's also worth noting that I'm already not really resting at rest sites, right? Upgrading my Art of War. I mean, I totally shouldn't be. Probably. Maybe. But I am. So there goes most of our HP in this fight, so we really need... We really need some defensive cards. I guess now that I've got those, I need some orb slots to put all my frost orbs in. Guess I'll take the runic capacitor starting to combat with 3 additional orb slots. I hope this means I start with 3 strength enhanced actuators, if that is really your function. I'll take the block potion here literally just to try and save me from the doom that I am about to encounter. So it gave me 2 strength. I have 6 orb slots. Now, I never was particularly good at counting. Just look at some of the recent episodes of Slay the Spire main series for that. But this one doesn't seem to calculate out right in my mind. Cop the 5 damage here. I need the block potion to be more valuable than that for me. Sweet. Hey, there we go. Got the glacier. Now everything is right with the world. Am I wrong? Gain 1 strength for every 2 orb slots and there is 6. Yeah, it's 3. Have I got anything that's lowering my strength at the start of combat? No. Alright. That tells you a little something about my mentality, that even on something as simple as 6 divided by 2, I'm like, well, no, I'm probably wrong. Compile driver. Draw one unique card for each orb you have. Draw 1 card for each unique orb you have. I actually don't really... No, it'll give me the ability to spend all my energy. Sure, I should take it. I also think I, like, vastly undervalue that card, because a lot of people talk about it like it's really good. For some reason. I can't start taking Jax. It's just going to kill me at this rate. Especially because I can't rest. I'll take the special relic. I have transformed in that position before, but mainly in the main series and in decks that looked like they didn't really care about strength. Whereas this deck does care about strength. It does have the ability to be kind of really aggressive early. That said, I kind of want to go Creative AI Glacier. Do I? No, I don't. I want to go Glacier Strike. It's really important that I do that, in fact. So I'm setting up for the barrage here. Don't mind if I do. So what is that, actually? 6636. Hey. So yeah, I'm setting up for the barrage this turn, but furthermore than that, I am... Actually, I'll lower my damage here. Do I barrage first? Yes. So I barrage first, then I dual cast. Because then this actually gets me some block as well. I block all but 6 damage this turn. And deal a fair amount. I was trying to say something and then I got distracted. Oh, right, yeah, the creative AI, like, unless I got Electrodynamics as my next card, probably wasn't gonna really give me the return that I was looking for. Down. Well, Bullseye now makes more sense, but it's also an aggressive card, and I'm desperately looking for powerful defensive cards right now. I'm reading. Let's go. There we go. Deal double damage next turn. So if I play no attacks during my turn, I gain an additional energy next turn, and I deal double energy next turn. That is pretty powerful. And for that reason, I'm not even going to be playing the FTL this turn. It's Buffer, Glacier, Wait. Get my double damage, get my extra energy. Dunk on the Snecko. wasn't really as much of a dunk as it was kind of a soft alley-oop. By which I mean I handed it to someone, and then they walked over and just dropped it. Let's go. I'm actually just going to pile driver first because I need more options. Yes, I could have played rainbow first, but God, it would have been expensive. This is just not good. I'll play the rainbow. Couldn't have gotten much defense that turn, unfortunately. Ooh. Am I okay with taking 2 damage here just to get the Echo Form out? No, because I'm probably going to kill next turn anyway. I've got double damage and I've got the extra energy next turn. I shouldn't... No, I shouldn't. Yeah. Like I said. Regen potion, extremely important. Thank you. Leap! Pre-upgraded! Yes! Okay. Receive 3 apparitions, lose 50% of my max HP. Yes, 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 yes. That's so damn good. So the reason that's obviously good is because it's perfect for an Art of War turn, right? I just completely defend, set up my apparitions, etc., right? But even more than that, it's another exhaust card for the Vent and Barrel. But even more than that, I can't even heal back up, so I don't need much more max HP at this point. Oh. Mercury Hourglass at the turn, start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Upgrade a card. Well, I really want all of the apparitions upgraded, but buffer is more important right now. Champ. Yep, all those apparitions need to be upgraded as soon as possible as well. I wonder what happens if you're the champ and you fight the champ. Ooh, that would be interesting. Ooh, I really want to know what that is. Thank you very much. I probably am not going to be in this fight long enough to use the regen potions, so I'll hold off on that. Ooh, great draw on the buffer. Do I really care about dealing 6... Yeah, I do. I was thinking, do I really care about dealing 16 damage this turn compared to the extra energy and double damage next turn? But I do. A lot. Ooh, that's the right type of turn for us, thank you. Didn't even have the choice to play an attack. This barrage is going to be wild. So wild, I can't even draw it. It's too hot to handle. So 12 by 6 is 72. That's some damage. Growing Storm. Channel 1 lightning, increase the number of lightning this card channels by 1 this combat. Alright, so it's similar to the win condition we saw for the Silent. I call it a win condition, it was a card, but it is a 1-card win condition, should you get it to work, that doubles its poison every single time you play it. This is expensive. I have to take the auto shields. I need the defense, sorry. I wanted to play with it. Oh, I need the defense. Also, getting all of these, getting the weakness mask from these enemies is huge. I have to fight them. Thankfully, I do have the block potion suddenly if I need it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going up against the champ. We will have a better turn for block potion. Don't worry. At the start of your turn, channel 1 random orb. Yeah, okay. Murder bear. Red mask at the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Blaze potion, gain 2 stacks of any random buff. Well, unfortunately, because I can't really tell what that would do. It's probably not that great for us. Choose an attack in your hand. Add a copy of that card into your discard pile. Add a copy of that card into your hand. Well, 0 cost attacks are obvious. So claws and stuff like that. And I guess exhausting attacks as well. Don't really want any of the cards there, though. Well, using the regen potion, this is definitely going to be a combat where it is, if not necessary, essential. So I want to dual cast first so that the barrage constantly hits against the enemy's plating armor, but I should also not do that. Ow. Buffer is an incredible pickup here. I guess I then just go straight for damage. It's really important I try and let that intangibility, but the regen run out. I can kill later. Speaking of later, now is later. Let's kill. Good bronze. Pre-upgraded charge battery. Perfect. Get one of those apparitions upgraded as well, because I'm going to need to leave one in the deck at the very least for the execute turn. Oh. I'm actually going to use the liquid bronze in this fight as well. Good news, everybody! I found the turn where I use my block potion. This is definitely an apparition as well. There's no reason not to play this one. It's ethereal and I haven't got the ability to discard it, so if I want to benefit from it at all. FTL is actually actively bad in this deck with the Art of War now. I only just thought about that, but yeah, it is. Nice. On barrage. There it is. I could charge battery leap here, right? 14, 8, 22. That means I save one of my stacks of buffer, and I get an extra energy next turn. I mean, hard to argue with results. Sweet. I'm about to see what Orb Boomerang does. Oh, right. 3 poison to all enemies. I actually knew that. Sure. Ooh, enemy is purging this turn as well. Shouldn't attack. Apparition, 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 apparition. There's 2 of them in the deck. Got it. Hell yeah. Gotta skip past this one though. This fight has gone a lot better than I thought. Honestly, I entered this fight with it kind of stuck in my head that I was almost certainly dead. But no, we're far from that. Thank you, buffer. And apparitions, obviously. Remove all your orbs. Yeah, this is weird. This doesn't even say channeled. Yeah, the base game is actually inconsistent with where it uses channeled and does not use channeled, so. Strange. That is the ability to suddenly get a bunch of energy and a bunch of card draw for us. Like, as much as I like the idea of just leaning in with another creative AI, it's fishing. This is really appealing. I don't know what it is, but it looks interesting as hell. I'm going to look at the other ones first, though. Calling Bell. Upon pickup, gain 3 curses and 3 relics. We can actually burn those curses out. And exhausting those curses does do stuff for us. Fetid Barrel, thank you. It's also worth noting that Hubris, Replay the Spire, I don't think Infinite Spire actually includes any curses in the game. But Strawberry Spire, right? All of these things. I don't have any of their curses. So I basically just have the base game curses. I don't know if Aspiration includes any curses, right? So the curse pool, what I'm saying right now, effectively, is the curse pool is a lot less harsh than it otherwise might be, which changes the valuation of Calling Bar. Silent Skill Book. Whenever you play 4 or more cards on your turn, at the start of your next turn, discard any number of cards and draw that many. We almost always do that, right? No, because a lot of the times we purposefully don't play cards because of our attacks. But this would give us the ability to just throw attacks back. That's really interesting, though. Right, what's this? Training weights. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Start each combat with 2 sapped. Sapped negates the next buff. So it depends when this happens, right? If this happens, say, before Enhanced Actuators occurs, then it's taking strength from me. If it happens before Mutagenic Strength occurs, then it negates the buff of 3 strength and allows me to take negative 3 strength later, because that's a debuff, so it's not prevented by Sapped. If it occurs after all of those, then it doesn't affect me in this deck. Oh, no, never mind. It would prevent my intangibilities. Screw that. I can't take it. I'm going to go for the Silent Skill Book. Let's go. So read it. Pages filled with information on how to deal with this place. A talk with the author should be enlightening. Actuators. Give me my strength. Oh, I just played 2 more cards this turn, right? Do I want to double discard? How am I going to kill here, right? That's actually what I should initially look at. All right. I'm going to go for damage this turn. It worked exactly how I thought it would. Good. That should have been Defend instead of the card that I played instead of Defender. Right. Backflip is a little bit of card draw in this deck. Kind of does need it. I can put the normalities in my deck, and then I can burn them out with the blue candle, and if I happen to draw into them, there's that bug that lets me burn them out. Although, as far as I'm concerned, not a bug, but hey, until it gets clarified by the creators of base game, I won't know. Upgrade all cards, you can no longer heal. Well, I can't really heal anyway. And that's every card in my deck. I don't have any healing relics. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's go. Smith that whole thing. Oh, 222 gold, though. Hard to say that's not amazing. Evasive Thoughts. Don't want to play that this turn. Now, I do actually want to attack this turn. I think I should probably just go, like, double damage turn, not double damage turn, double damage turn, not double damage turn, just, like, cycle. It's definitely Barrage before Fission. Oh, this is such a fun deck. Piercing Whale pre-upgraded. I do really like the damage mitigation it provides us. I actually kind of want to go to the shop and then go for elites now. Is that crazy? Let's find out. There are so many new relics in this. Well-worn Anklet. I still don't understand what this is supposed to be. Cooling Fan. Whenever you channel an orb, gain 2 block. We do that so often. There's also Lich's Phylactery. Your max HP is always 1. Prevent all HP loss. For every 6 damage prevented, remove a random card from your deck. When your deck has no cards, you die. It feels cold in your hand no matter what you do. Obviously, I can't take that because if it removes certain key cards from my deck, well, goodbye forever. Prevent all HP loss for each 6 damage prevented. Right, so if you block, it actually is fine. That's interesting, and it'll make for an interesting run, but not this one. Defragment's incredible here as well. We'll take Cooling Fan, we'll take Defragment, and Bounce. I should save buffer for when the enemy is actually dealing significant damage. So that means I have to play those two. I don't even get my creative AI or my rainbow out. And yes, I'm terrifyingly sad about that, but it's very important I save the buffer for the turns where the enemy is actually doing things worth buffering. I could have actually, interestingly, played the Sender's Bane there with the blue candles so that I would have the ability to cycle through this hand with the Silent Skill Book. I'm not going to, but I interestingly could have. Okay. I probably just want to be really defensive this turn. Because then the weakness wears off of us this turn, and now we have double damage as well. So now I'm actually digging for offense. Or rather, I would be if I had to remember to play 4 cards last turn. Apparition's so useful here, though. Oh! Look at that giant-ass barrage. Okay, so I just play every card, right? There's no reason not to. And then I play lowest to highest in terms of damage. I feel like I made the right decision going for the elites. Why are you still here? Oh, sorry. As soon as it had a text box, I was like... Text box, rather. I was immediately thinking, oh, that's super cool. The mod has made this character talk. This character already talks. Tick tock, tick tock. On the clock and the party don't stop. No, oh, 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 oh. I think I saved this hand, right? I just naturally play a lot of the stuff. And then draw out entirely new hands. Because we do have double damage this turn. So we actually do want to play aggression. Perfect. Dusty gain carriage whenever you draw a card besides your hand each turn. Gain 1 block. We are very, very, very comfortably safe now. Consume. Lose 1 orb slot in order to gain 2 focus. I'm happy with probably playing that twice each combat. Especially after it's upgraded. Upgrade a card in my deck, or obtain a special relic that upgrades only 1 card in my deck. Let me ponder. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. Elite hell. Defrag consume Glacier. One plus 2 plus 2 equals 4. Rhapsody math. So now it's just consume Glacier. Hopefully I get Apparition this turn. Well, there's the Apparition. But it looks like I could just go for kills. Okay, that's not exactly the result I was hoping for. I should have just played the Apparition and let those two targets kill themselves, because I was going to play the Apparition overall there. That drew a card, and as a result, it prevents me from using the auto shields. I immediately forgot about the Dusty Game Carriage. This is now suddenly very dangerous for us. Don't you dare screw me over. Woo! Got him. This turn should just be defensive. I'd love to play another card, but I don't want to take the damage. I desperately wanted my extra energy this turn. Alright, well, I was obviously hoping for damage, but apparently that's not on the table. There we go, aggressive cards, definitely. Okay, so we're already protected against the backliner, so just completely ignore them. Hell, we've already won the fight. Pain Converter. Whenever you take 10 or more damage in one hit, gain extra energy and draw an extra card next turn. Sweet. Super down to clown with that one. I'll take a Sharp Orbs. I do want the extra orb slots. Go over here and upgrade the Sharp Orbs. It's now 0 cost. Okay, I thought it might give me extra orb slots there, but it's fair enough. There are other... Or rather, there is another power whose job it is to give you those orb slots. Do I play the 2 attacks? Yeah, I do. I don't need the double energy next turn, right? So I play the 2 attacks here so that I can trigger the Silent Skill Book so that I can shuffle, because I'm weakened this turn, so dealing double damage this turn is less important. That Wraith Form is huge, though. Being weakened again... At least we played 4 cards. Okay, I kind of like this whole hand. Just want to win a random orb, get that buffer out really early. Defend plus evoke the orb that we had on the board at that point in time. And there I get fully defended, so I can keep both of my buffers. I've still got a lot of very effective cards in my deck. So I'm basically throwing everything looking for Rainbow. Okay, Rainbow, Consume, Defragment. There's no 2 ways around that one. That's exactly, basically the best turn I could have gotten, I think. Another Defrag. Ooh, do I start Wraith Forming now? Yeah, I think I start Wraith Forming. Get Wraith Formed on. Because I've still got all my apparitions in the deck, so I can just keep myself intangible until the enemy doesn't exist anymore. Oh, gain an energy? Okay, so it's just trigger the passive effect of that. I guess it's underwhelming if it's trigger the passive effect of a Frost Orb, so... Makes sense. I'm not dealing double damage this turn. Do I want to fully defend? Yeah, I do. I mean, I could use an Apparition, but I could also not. I'm actually kind of on board with the also not instead. Here's my double damage, so now I cycle for damage. This is really powerful, the Silent Skill Book. Like, I had an inkling that it was going to be, you know, something I should have kept an eye on, but it's a lot more powerful than I was even giving it credit for in my head. Peace Pipe, whenever you... Not whenever you. Now you can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. I so rarely get that I don't even know how to say it. Orb Shield, thank you. Let's go. Gambler's Brew drops for Strength Potion, because we actually do care about its strength. No. The internal debate there was, am I fine with taking a little bit of damage here just to play the defragment? The answer is no. Okay. This should be fine. Getting a lot of those artifacts burnt off the enemy here as well. Lovely. Now it's time to kill you with a single strike. These strikes are really powerful. Sunder! Sunder deal double damage. Sunder deal double damage. Sunder dealing double damage is ridiculous. Shield Swipe. Remove all block from enemy. Gain block equal to the block removed. Draw one card. Didn't this card just have a different... Oh, it must have been updated. Okay, sorry. Right. I still take the Sunder. Double damage Sunder. Let's go. Make everyone vulnerable on turn 1. Block Beam. Gain 15 block, deal 15 damage. 19 and 19. I guess? I'm not certain on the value of that. We should drop the Strength Potion here. And take the Focus Potion, though. Also just remove a card, I guess. Probably a Strike. In boss fights, our best engine... Smith, there's still a card in our deck to Smith? Oh, there is. Good lord. In boss fights, our best engine is just get like real defensive and then get the orbs going on. Managed to take damage here on first turn. But at the very least, I've got my shuffle. I think I'll keep the leap, because if I get another defensive card, I don't have to play that Apparition. I didn't get another defensive card. So instead, I'll play both of the Apparitions. Anyone spot the mistake I just made? Just gave the enemy the ability to steal my turn. My whole ass turn. That's a lot of incoming damage, my friend. Are you sure you want to do that much? Feeling a lot safer these days. It's a really good turn for us. Okay, so I might want to get 5 cards that I can play this turn. That's not 5 cards that I can play this turn. I'm not weakened though, so Sunder is a lot of damage. Maybe I only go with the 2 cards I play this turn. Actually, you know what? I'll go with his hand. No, I shouldn't. Well, it's alright. I get 18, 18, 9, 18, 9's 27. I do want one more block card. I have to throw these 3 looking for a block card. Yeah. Look at that. Corner. Let's drop a couple different giant hits. Now the enemy is going to split this turn. I could possibly deal 208 damage this turn. Things could go nutty. You don't know. I don't know. Probably not, but yeah. Yeah, that's a knot right there. I do have an obligation. Ooh, beautiful. I did have an obligation to dig for cards that would be particularly impactful. So, like, picking up extra orbs early. Things like that. Yes, yes. 6 cards next turn, how likely is that? 5 cards next turn, how likely is that? Alright. I've got the ability to shuffle next turn, so I just need to play 4 cards. Ooh, that's some incoming damage. Please get me. Piercing Whale. Really glad to see you. Oh. So effective. Barely even needed the Piercing Whale as well. Unfortunately, I was weakened that turn. Otherwise, Barrage would have been just a piece of damage and a half. I think I can cycle into lethal here if I literally just look for attacks. In fact, I'm certain that I can. Double damage Sunder, and then just throw in a couple more for good measure. That was awesome. If you haven't done it yet, please go download Aspiration and Vex mod. Oh, good lord. That was so good. Sharp Orbs is growing on me really, really quickly. Orb Shields is also really, really powerful, but like a lot of the relics in particular just can be remarkably transformative. For the moment though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire modded. There is a playlist in the description down below with all my content of the game, past, present, and future, as well as a link to the Steam Workshop collection where you can pick up every mod played in the series, past, present, and or future. Not all. And future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.